Committee will come to order. Without objection, the chair is authorized to declare a recess of the committee at any time. This hearing is entitled Opportunities and Challenges Facing the National Flood Insurance Program. I'd like to thank the witnesses for appearing today. We look forward to your testimony. We have Mr. Stephen Ellis, Vice President, Taxpayers for Common Sense. We have Mr. Christopher Heidrick, Principal of Heidrick and Company Insurance and Risk Management Services, on behalf of the Independent Insurance Agents and Brokers of America. Ms. Patty Templeton-Jones, Executive Vice President and Chief Program Advocate for Wright National Flood Insurance Company, on behalf of Property Casualty Insurers Association of America. And Mr. Tom Woods, 2015 Chairman of the Board, National Association of Home Builders. Mr. Heidrick, you're next, recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Good morning, Chairman Lukenmeyer, Ranking Member Cleaver, Chairman Hensarling, Ranking Member Waters, members of the subcommittee. My name is Chris Heidrick, and I'm pleased to be here today on behalf of the Independent Insurance Agents and Brokers of America, or the Big I, to present the association's perspective on flood insurance and the National Flood Insurance Program. We commend the subcommittee for looking at this very important issue. I'm the principal of an independent insurance agency located in Sanibel, Florida. I regularly counsel clients of all sizes regarding flood insurance. I also hold the designation of Associate in National Flood Insurance. I currently serve as the chairman of the Big I Flood Insurance Task Force and represent the Big I on the Flood Insurance Producers National Committee. The Big I is the nation's largest and oldest trade association of independent insurance agents and brokers, and we represent a nationwide network of approximately 250,000 agents, brokers, and employees. Working with Write Your Own companies, many of these agents serve as the sales force for the NFIP. It's from this vantage point that Big I members understand the capabilities and challenges of the insurance market when it comes to insuring against flood risks. The Big I believes that the NFIP provides a vital service to the people and places that have been hit by natural disaster. Recent severe flooding in Missouri and across the central United States has provided an unsettling reminder of the terrible damage that flooding can cause, and the NFIP is virtually the only way for many people to protect against the loss of their home and business due to flood damage. Despite our support of the NFIP, the Big I also recognizes that the program is far from perfect. The program has recently faced scrutiny for its handling of Superstorm Sandy claims and has a debt of approximately $23 billion. But it is important to note that for more than 2 decades, up until the 2005 hurricane season, no taxpayer money had been used to support the NFIP. The NFIP was able to support itself using funds from the insurance premiums it collected. In order for the NFIP to move forward towards financial solvency, rate adequacy should be examined. However, it must be done with careful consideration to avoid market disruption and other unintended consequences. For the NFIP to regain any sort of solid financial footing, the number of policies needs to increase, not decrease. As Congress considers possible reforms to the program, careful analysis of their potential impact on policy take-up rates and retention should be paramount. Now I would like to talk about the role of the insurance agent in the delivery of flood insurance, which is considerably more complex than most traditional property and casualty lines. Independent agents are an essential part of the consumer experience when purchasing a flood policy. Placing a new policy on a property located in a special flood hazard area where the government requires flood insurance for any home with a federally backed mortgage is an intensive process that can take multiple days, if not weeks, to complete. Furthermore, when consumers are, quote, not in a flood zone, they often believe they don't need flood insurance, when in fact this is not the case. Properties outside of the special flood hazard area comprise over 20% of all NFIP flood insurance claims and receive 1/3 of federal disaster assistance for flooding. It is my job to explain the flood insurance options available to consumers and to make sure they understand the consequences of their purchase decision. As you know, the NFIP is a congressionally authorized program that requires periodic extensions. The NFIP is currently scheduled to expire on September 30th of 2017, and the Big I strongly urges Congress to pass a long-term extension as soon as possible. Instability and uncertainty created by short-term and sometimes retroactive or last-minute extensions can lead to concrete damages in the real estate and development market, as well as the country's economy overall. Briefly, regarding the private market, which I know the subcommittee is exploring in a separate hearing tomorrow, the Big I supports H.R. 2901, the Flood Insurance Market Parity and Modernization Act, as introduced, and would like to thank Representatives Ross and Murphy for taking the lead on this bipartisan legislation. This bill ensures that policyholders can move seamlessly between private market and the NFIP. The Big I believes that the private flood insurance market can play a valuable but limited role as a complement to the NFIP in protecting homes and businesses, but lacks the capability to underwrite flood insurance on a pervasive basis to meet customer needs. In conclusion, the Big I strongly supports the NFIP and the continued role of our members as the distribution force for the program. The NFIP is essential for millions of Americans, and ensuring the long-term stability of the program is of vital importance. I thank the subcommittee for holding this hearing and look forward to any questions you may have.
Thank you, Mr. Heidrick. We'll